In early February, concept creator made an iPhone 12s Pro concept where it appeared without a lightning port for charging, according to information from a leaker. Now, Chinese sources have shown what may be the first image of the Apple phone without the charging port, indicating its removal in the new generation of iPhones, which should only support MagSafe. Among the changes seen in the leaked image, we have the new camera module that will receive a new finish where all sensors will be covered with a layer of glass. In the bottom area of the phone, we only see the openings for speakers and microphone, no lightning port for charging. This version should only support charging via MagSafe, which may disappoint some users. On the other hand, this will make the phone more resistant to dust and moisture. Another good point is the durability. After all, a magnetic connector has a much longer lifespan than a lightning cable. As usual, Apple has not mentioned anything about it, but it is expected that the new iPhones will be announced in September, where we might be able to see an iPhone 12s with a 120Hz LTPO always-on display, with a fingerprint reader underneath or integrated into the button on the side. Do you think Apple would be right or wrong to remove the lightning port from the iPhone? Tell us in the comments. Now moving on to the iPhone 13 mini or the 12s mini. Despite the low number of units sold of the iPhone 12 mini, Apple still wants to keep releasing a device aimed at the public looking for a smaller phone. So there are chances that the company will still make the iPhone 13 mini official. Apple may even have cut production on the current iPhone 12 mini and transferred the production capacity to the Pro models. But that does not mean the company wants to abandon the concept of the device. According to some analysts, Apple launched the iPhone 12 mini thinking about markets like the United States and Europe. However, these regions have not yet recovered from the ongoing virus crisis, and this has affected the sale of the device. In addition, the target audience of the device may also have preferred to keep their current iPhone, which ended up impacting sales of the iPhone 12 mini. Another reason listed for Apple to launch an iPhone 13 mini relates to its supply chain. Smartphones always start to be developed months in advance, and cancelling any one of them can lead to a series of problems with suppliers. Of course, Apple may end up adjusting the production of the device. Thus, the company does not run the risk of having to cancel the assembly of the iPhone 13 mini if its sales are below expectations. Now let's talk about the foldable iPhone. Apple has a piece of information discovered for the future flexible iPhone. According to a report by the analytical company EqualOcean, the device will support a stylus. The company did not detail whether it will include the Apple Pencil used on some iPads or whether it will be designed from scratch. In addition, he said that the screen, when opened, should measure between 7.3 inches and 7.6 inches. In addition, he says that the panel will have OLED material. While the device is expected to be launched sometime in 2023, it should be noted that there is no confirmation from Apple so far. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you want to support me on Patreon, the link is given in the description. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye.